Follow is a presentation of MRE Uno, Division 1. There's only two things I need to say here tonight. Cesar versus Monkey. Absolute crack. That's it. These two are going to be putting on a show of interesting proportions. Monkey and OG, Cesar been around the business for a long time now. For Cesar, what a path it's been, though. We always talk about Jay Cesar and the consistency. Well, the consistency was a crazy game against background character. He was down to his final game, needing to find something, some magic. And now he ends up as the region controller in what was a crazy series against back in 7, gets the job done. We welcome Monkey back as he was off stream his first 2 games on the stream department against Heat Check and Toast as he won 4-2 in a sweep. Something's got to give, though. The rivalry that's never happened will run deep tonight. And tonight, it's about to get wild. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Cesar versus Monkey. There's no other game that ended around better than this one. What a time to be alive. The schedule and what a day it was. We only have one other game, but that was a classic. Wet 9. Myth Logan. Logan up 4-3, but 2 games where he just picked the wrong number was the difference. Myth survives an epic game. He'll play Vapor. That is going to be the Blaze show for sure. Going to be a fast one in the endurance site. We're not going to be going any long distance that one. We might need to call it the Electric A, if anything, for those 2 guys. Spider Region, Cesar, Monkey coming up. It's going to be a classic. Green +2, yellow 3, Monkey on the season. Looking pretty sharp right now. Let's see. Had that March loss at 2-1. Cesar looking to go to 5-1. Join the few that have in the 5-win club. Not many this season. Only a couple. Only in the final 4, actually, have been in the 5-win club. That was for March. Let's go to that pot. As I said, Cesar took care of business against background 4-3. Monkey over against Toasty. Take care of business 4-2. And probably the biggest upset in this region was actually going down to Seth, but Seth not being able to finish the job. Ed Ziemba to his second E8 into the endurance as a 13 seed, one of 2 13 seeds to make it as he moves on in a classic potential 3-13 or 7-13. Don't see that often, but will be a classic. Big names here on the board. Well, that's going to do it for a little bit of the back end. Let's get into the moment. Pre-game is done. This is Cesar Monkey. Joining me in the booth is going to be Coach, who's just done with the zebras, right? He got that zebra jumpsuit off and now is ready to go into his business suit with some business attire in the commentary booth. And Coach, this is the match everyone was waiting for. This is Cesar Monkey. Monkey's been around here since the start. You know an OG. First tournament. Cesar, maybe not an OG. He's been around since 2023 T3. But he has definitely transformed this league off the table. We know what he can do. He runs through. This is his golden shot to maybe make that Elite 8. What are you expecting here tonight? The fireworks are just going to start in a second, but what are you expecting? Because both guys have a unique style. Cesar, we know, a lot of looks, really plays off the field. Monkey, a guy, to this day, I don't know his style, but we know he has some bag of tricks up his sleeve. He always plays different and always keeps you on your toes. Thoughts on what's about to happen tonight? It's going to be a crazy one.
Yeah, KT cannot begin to say how glad I am to be here in the flesh here tonight as we start another pivotal game as we get to set another person on to the final 8. Man, I just you can't begin to compare these two, man. I mean, they're so different yet so alike. Like, you had that unknown game plan with Monkey. You have Caesar, who, you know, just comes in here and he does exactly how he's supposed to do. He comes in here and he does what he's supposed to, and that's how he got to the Sweet 16. Uh, like, what else could you ask for in a pivotal game here as we close out the night?
You can't ask for anything better, man. I'm going to go to my man, Jay Cesar, to start at home. Jay, you've been here 7 times now. It's been rocky road, though. Only one time you really have found the promised land to that E8 where you just felt the confidence, even though you've been there a couple times now. And we're going to go your 4th one. This has been a rocky round in the past, but the demons are off here, right? You know, for the first time in a very long time, you're the controller of the region. All the big names are gone, excluding myself, really. I know there's G, I know there's Vapor, but those guys, more of a Renaissance era. You've always been Mr. Consistency. You've talked about trying to get to 100 wins. This is Monkey, though. We know the rivalry. We know the juice. What do you got to do tonight to secure the 5 and get those 5 wins to move on to the E? I'm just going to ask a simple question. Monkey, this is a game that maybe we have all circled on our calendar for who knows how long now. And we all know what you've done in the past. We all know what's about to happen today with Jay. But the thing that's impressed me about this run you've had is it's a recovery run. You took that 0-1 to Logan and then really made a statement with Heat Check for sure. But the bigger statement came last round, the rematch with Toaster Guy. What did you learn in that little time you had off with the Toaster Guy style that you can maybe apply these notes to Cesar, who has that 10D for sure? Monkey boy, go for it. Yep.
How I've been trying to focus and really get back into it was it's kind of like when I'm playing any online game with anyone and I lose really badly and I have to really recover and have to take time to think about it. This one, I knew that I ended on one of the worst plays for a while. You can really just look back at that game and say, why? Why did I end on a move that literally just gave Logan the easiest win to move on and then do what he had to do? But I'm coming back knowing that I can't be that stupid, leaving off on something very dumb, and to not lose a game and be playing a very dumb style. So I've been trying to get back into it and working on fixing what I need to do. And with those 2 games and getting a rivalry and a rematch, both made it great to get back into the swing of things.
Something's got to give here, Coach. Like I said, you know the stakes. Monkey knows what he's got to do. Cesar has to win this game to keep pace with G and Vapor. Monkey needs to keep pace with Ed and Myth. Neither class of veterans and masters are the only 2 classes alive. Of course, the other 3 masters, novice, rookie, and of course the legend class all decided. Nothing at stake for that. It's just bragging rights and who will get to another EA. Monkey looking for 2, Cesar looking for 4. Let's get it done. Let's get it down the table. And for that, tonight's our ref will be Abion. And the game 1 call will go to Jay Cesar. Coach, ask Cesar those most famous words. I'm going to let you do the honors. You did a great job earlier. Go for it.
Caesar, what you want to do tonight, buddy? What card number?
As Bad joins us, here we go. It's going to be, oh yeah. It's going to be a big one. Bad Brad in the building. We're going 9. Yes,
All right,
Abion.
let's go for it.
Yes, sir. Let's go for it. Abion's pumped. We're juiced. It's Cesar Monkey. He wants to do some commentary.
Right, are you all ready?
We all ready, baby. We're fired up. Let's go.
Let's start it.
Let's get started. This is Jay Cesar. You know what that means, Coach. No way in hell he's drawing on that. He's going to go full send for sure.
Absolutely.
Yep, there we go. Red 7. What are you going to look for early in this game here, Jay, Coach? Because Jay is... Go for it, yeah.
I always think the best thing you have to look for, the first thing I look for is who is controlling momentum. And, I think taking those early 1-2, game leads in the series can be pivotal. But we'll see how it goes.
Well, we're going to find out. These are a little bit of a mind game. Who knows? As we continue to roll here. We know that. Now the question becomes here. You look at this starter card, Rogers, as we go into a heat check green. Wow, that's 2 wilds off the bat right there. One from the bot, one from Monkey. Who wants to push the pace? And I would say Monkey Boy the first one to do with that heater wild. But Cesar would still possession arrow, which is important.
Yeah, I think this is definitely going to be a back and forth matchup in the first couple of rounds to try to, see who, what the other player's game plan is going in these middle to late stages of the round.
Jay is not scared of anything. That's just how he rolls. He'll draw right here though, and they're gonna both draw. So that's it. So that's interesting, Rod. That's really Monkey with the green wild and draws there. Thoughts on that right there? That's a intriguing storyline just off the bat.
I think it's a little bit of a game plan for both of them. I don't think I'm sure they have cards they could play, but I think they're trying to load up and see what they can do here down the stretch.
I agree. Definitely looking to maybe rely on some top decks. We go into Yepez's 7. Here comes Cesar looking to load into the lane switch, and just like that, Monkey's iced. Big play from Cesar right there, Coach. That's some momentum right in his side pocket for Jay.
That's that Caesar special, that Caesar salad. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, extra anchovies on the side. Let's see what Caesar's cooking up. Does he have some hard-boiled eggs? Maybe on top of that salad. He'll go with the gangster one, some Mojito. Monkey into red with the switch. Just wait on the yellow for Pandora, and Cesar can roll into the pack 0. He's played pack in this season, of course, with a sweep. Back in March, his first win on the year. Now looking for a 5th one. Monkey looking to roll as well in the red. Made the initial break over from that blue Wonder Red one from the gangster.
Was it a desperate move, though?
What's that?
Was it a desperate move by Monkey to get to a different card number, thinking Caesar might not have anything? Is he still going to be able to load up?
Look
and he
at
does.
This from Monkey Boy. That's a huge quintuple.
And just like that, a 16-card differential.
Yeah, but Caesar's got 18 cards. This is a humongous risk for Monkey. Let's see what Caesar's got.
Yeah, but is it a big enough of an advantage to take a little bit of a blow here by Monkey?
Let's see. Ref points it out. No comeback, but it's going to be a comeback in the cards in just terms of a support boost if Cesar can get it. He goes for the red, plays it clean, and Monkey's iced. That's huge, Rogers. That's huge for Jay. Not maybe saving an action card right there, having some guts to just roll with no red. That's a big call, and it's working.
I think he knew Monkey might have let out his repertoire there, and Caesar might, even though with a 15-card differential, be in control of the game.
Here comes Cesar, really doing some momentum now on the red. Monkey made the break, just couldn't finish the deal. Goes for the double, maybe to end, but didn't have the color up to the ice. So now Cesar will have a choice. Does he want to continue with the reds? He will, up to Allen 9.
This is where that momentum switch can come back to bite Monkey. No, he didn't finish the round off, and now he might be ice cold. And Caesar has all that stuff to deal with as he hits him with a double play here.
Yeah, it's good for Cesar with some momentum. Just like that, he's back in the ballpark. Does Monkey have anything on that yellow?
Still 10 cards.
No, it's over. Wow.
Whoa, let's go,
Yeah.
Monkey.
Monkey Boy strikes first, and Jay with the wrong yellow. I'll go to Jay here. Jay, I'm going to have to assume maybe some of the truth to the rumor on that opening draw. You maybe wanted to get to draw City early. I feel like you didn't have much going if you just went for a regular red. Did you have something, or was it just a case of whatever he threw at you, nothing in return, and you had to roll with whatever was given? Oh, wow. Well, Austin, that is nothing you can do after that. That is maybe some number efficiency, right? Keep holding the reds, but not much you can do on that one other than maybe draw. That's about it.
Well, you got to say, though, number efficiency might have been his game plan, but we saw last night that you can win without having any,
True.
cards that are any beneficial other than, he had a reverse last night, but, I just think Monkey, he played his cards right there.
Yeah, Monkey made the break. May have not had the best ammo control, but right there, decided to go for the killer. Thoughts on going for the kill shot right there on Cesar? Was that a case that you had more in the back pocket and wanted to to make the dagger right there to start early, get the 1-0, right? See where it goes from there. Thoughts on that game plan in game one? Interesting for sure. Worse out, but intriguing one to say the least for this first game.
Not gonna lie. I think I could have played that much better than I did because I just randomly was like, okay, I could realistically power play with that big move I do. But then I'm like, there's no way I should be doing that this early and power playing because I mean, I got this win. But I mean, I was thinking if I do this move, this could somehow help me because I was saving the reverse in the yellow 9. So I was like, okay, this could help me. But with the 50-50 of the yellow 6 or the yellow 9, I was like, okay, because he's making me go to red, and I'm like, I have to hopefully get something good on the draw, and finally got the luck on that 9, and boom, got that triple play to win it. Well, no, double play. Nope, triple play, not bad.
No, you got triple. You're right. You're right first time. Appreciate that. Well,
Hold on,
Roger,
I got a question, Cesar, real quick. Did you pull that yellow 7 off of a draw, or the yellow reverse off the draw, or did you have that in your back pocket? Monkey, sorry, not Cesar, Monkey.
Yeah, I was gonna say, wait a minute, Monkey.
Monkey, did you have the yellow reverse off of that, or did you
reverse off of what?
Like, did you have that yellow reverse off of a draw? Because you probably could have ended the game. You know, did you have that yellow reverse when you hit your quadruple play?
I started with it. What I got on the draw was the blue reverse, not the yellow reverse. I started with yellow reverse since the start, and I was trying to see if I could hold those two power play. I mean, an action card and a regular, maybe to get the win. But
okay, I was curious because you could have ended it there if you had the yellow reverse and the blue reverse. But yeah, GG on the win.
Yep, thank you.
All right, well, that is an interesting question, your coach. I agree, but we'll see how Cesar gets it back here in game two. Monkey, big win to start, opens up the crescendo. That will go to Abian. Abian, feel free to do the honors. It's Cesar's call. Feel free to ask him. Go ahead, my friend. All you, buddy.
How many?
All right, Cesar, how many? What we got?
Cannot be 9. I mean, you probably already know the rule. Okay, 14.
Well, he didn't win on it. He had free board. You're good though.
Right. Yeah. 3, 2, 1. Let's start.
Let's start it up. Here we go. Gives us the tree countdown. I like it. And the old Christmas tree right there. Riders down the drag strip, and here we go.
Here we go. In the flesh.
In the flesh. JT, we just saw him an hour ago. Back in the flesh. We go back to Brad. He's in the flesh with us in VC. Here comes Jay. A little bit of a top decker on the pace. Quick and easy. Back to JT. And now, once again, Riders, right? Similar numbers here. Look, 6 off the bot, 5s, deuces potentially. We got a 1. There's the switch over to red and the ghost. Monkey, once again, being aggressive on the switches.
Not a lot of plus cards in this round so far.
No, I mean, you look at the stats right here. Other than Monkey's 3+2s, which is off of 1 move, it's been very low ammo. Here comes Jay. He'll go to green, undercut city. Trips 1 action right there. And Monkey rolls with the 0 sugar. Here comes Jay again, looking to load in as we go to the 0 sugar. And he goes for his first little bit of a momentum shifter, potentially, with the Larahuo and Achamik double play on the greens. Here comes Monkey looking to load back. First early shot from Cesar right there, Coach. That's big, just to get some spark going for sure.
Yeah, definitely is what he wants to do here.
It's a rat in 3 now. Here comes Jay. Looking to find a little bit of momentum on that green 3. Goes 1 up. Keeps it clean on the greens now. Both guys cycling through their progressions. Cesar with possession, looking for a 2-possession lead. Taking his time. He'll go for the ditto play on the Yepes and now gives a chance for Monkey to switch. Does Monkey switch? No. Does Cesar go for the break? He will. There's the break. Cesar in the night, and just like that, Cesar up by 3. Let's see what he can do as he starts to make the break, Riders, right here.
Yo, Cesar needs this win right here. I think it's going to be crucial for him to win it.
Coach thinks it's crucial. Caesar's not, man. I'm going to be honest with you here, Austin. Cesar is not playing much on ammo. If you're monkey around, you're thinking, yeah, push the pace, and there it is. Looks for a quad. He's got the quint. Question is, that's a new color. Does Cesar need that with the blue? Remember, he had faded off of it, but he has a chance to save it potentially in the back end. +4 from Jay. And just like that, Jay Cesar back in front with the +4
advantage.
heater. Yeah, he's got it now, and it's that possession error swinging back in Jay's favor as the log comes in. All right, let's see what Monkey will do here. Monkey now looking to load in. What does he got? Off that +4 into the Tapir. What's on the 4 fresh? Oh, okay, got Abion into the Camaro, and just like that, it's an eye for an eye, and we're back to square one. Cesar looking for the tie. Monkey possession arrow. But Cesar gets it back with a double. Yoshi and the trip, and he's back in the lead. Monkey ties.
Even up.
Yep, Jay looking for the lead back. What has he got in that one switch? He'll play it cool. No switch this time. Had a little extra in the fuel tank.
You got to think one of them are holding a wild in their back pocket here in a +4.
You think it's a back pocket play? Ooh, that's not no back pocket. Whoa. That's a big play right there, Robert. Monkey aggressive, but he gives Cesar 6 freshies. What
But
will
he leaves
be
the door
Jay?
open.
Yep, leaves it open. This is this ammo control we talk about. It's a risk. Does Cesar profit off this +6? What does he have here? Jay Cesar. Goes back to yellow. Is that a good ISO? It is.
That was a great call there. Was that a little bit of a number efficiency play there?
I think it was a little bit of that, a little wild save there, and Jay now back in the building. Even if it's got to be ISO, at least he's got it back to a point
Rogers
where
4 showing up today.
yes, sir, Rocky Top, baby. That's what I'm talking about. As your famous saying, in the flesh continues. Costa in the bow tie, and just like that,
Starting to even out a little bit here as we're at the 8-4 margin now. Only four car differential.
talk to me about that momentum change right there, Ryder from Cesar with that wild. That changed the whole game right there.
I think it did. I mean, you don't see those type of plays right there. He could have used that wild at any point, but Cesar with the yellow reverse now. You can see if he can. But it was just a yellow draw back and forth.
Monkey
I
not going
think
to run through it.
I think that really shows you that Caesar is thinking 2 or 3 steps ahead of Monkey right now.
Where's my lovely +2s from Abian? Well, buddy, Monkey's only the one to play him. He's had 5. Only for Monkey so far. Here comes Jay. What has he got? He had a little bit of an interesting top decker right there, potentially. Maybe one of those steal possession plays into that yellow 3. And he's down. There it is. Tie game, bro. You just get as close. There it is. Tie up now.
What you need?
Tie game. Monkey. Possession
What
error.
you see Monkey do right now?
Yes, sir. With Monkey in the building. How about that? 0 sugar. Fast now. Fast we go into the night. Jay had that +4 earlier. He's out. Here comes Monkey Boy.
Caesar might be iced here. Does Monkey keep the momentum going?
Keeps it going with Allen. What does Cesar got in the back end now? Cesar +4 here. There it is. Momentum shifting back. This has been momentum swings, Ryder. This is
Wonder if he
definitely
top decked that.
God, I think he did. The question is, if you're a Monkey here, do you let Cesar play out the cards? Let's see. Cesar, yeah, that's the thing, right, Riders? He might be running low, and if you're a Monkey right here, do you panic? And that's the key. Do you want to panic? Because we talk about this right here with that +4. If it's a top decker, you're just trying to play ISO, and Monkey's going to play it cool. Let's see if Cesar can run more. Here he comes. A lot of +4s used already, so let's see. E-check +2. Wow, there's Abion's +2s he loves. Into check. Monkey to red. Is that a good play? Cesar likes to finish on wilds. It is, though. Wow. Monkey see, monkey do. Cesar flushed him at 1. This time, Monkey gets the flush. Clutch moment. Can he get the right toppers, though? Can Cesar get the right top decks? No, and now Monkey shifts momentum back. We're 2 possessions away. Cesar gets the blue, though. Rod's huge. Monkey rolls. Back and forth. Cesar looking for check again. Nothing. Monkey makes the break to green, gives Cesar life. What's the life going to be? It's a double play to check. Monkey already on the call there. Cesar for the win? No.
I didn't think so. I think it's a yellow.
Monkey with the check. Cesar off the top deck. What does he get? Nothing. Monkey for the win. Rogers thinks it was a yellow. What is this?
No way.
Oh, he got the yellow. He got the number efficiency.
I told you
Wow.
it was a yellow that's going to win this game.
All right. You want to ask him that? You want to ask? Yeah, go for that question, boss. Go for it, Cesar. Go for it.
Cesar, did you have a yellow on that? And Monkey, what a performance! A defensive stand from both of y'all. Monkey just had the number efficiency to end the matchup. Cesar, what was your game plan late there in the game there? And Monkey, was that always your plan to get that yellow?
Not really, honestly. I had lots of greens to run through, and I was actually really shocked when Caesar had nothing to run, and I was like, holy moly. Because I was literally,
This headset.
like, my hands sometimes shake a lot, and I sometimes press buttons when I shouldn't be. So I kind of, when I saw I didn't even notice that he double played to Uno. So I already had the green 6 loaded, and I was like, okay, I'm just going to send this now. And then I somehow get saved by the draw, and I was like, holy moly. So
Yeah,
I'm just losing my mind.
And Cesar, so you said your last card was a yellow 4 or a green 5? Because if it was a yellow 4, I mean that was very
That's
good
good.
defense by Monkey. What was your game plan to try to get back to the yellows?
Well, I mean, looking at this game, and we talk about the runs and momentum here, and Cesar had the +4s, right? We saw it, right? He had the 2 +4s, but as we'll wait for Cesar here, all I had was the green 5. Okay.
And then he ended with the yellow, so it could have been back and forth no matter what.
Yeah, green 5. I mean, green 5 at that rate, you're not. Yeah, I don't think you work. I don't know how you'd work around that. I don't think.
I
Yeah,
think
no.
Monkey's playing a great defensive mindset game here in the first 2 rounds. What do you think, KT?
Hold on, you see, he drew the yellow 4 after I was struck out. Hold on, man.
I told you once.
Yeah, you did say that.
When he
Yep.
played that green 5 in the skip to get to Uno, and then he got drawn out again, I said I think they have both yellows. I think he's the first one to get the yellow. That's my opinion.
Well, I think it really right now Monkey's been able to use the defense better, and I think for Cesar, what he's got to do on the back end here now is try to let the offense show, because when you have a defensive player, you got to get it back on offense. And Monkey, I keep doing what I'm doing, right? If you're full in on the defense, let him cook some of that ammo, and then you come in for the kill shot. That's what you got to do. The first game, he got a little bit more of just, all right, let's go for the aggression. It worked out. But this game definitely shifted up to the defensive style, and it working so far, but a long way to go here, Rod. I think this is going to be a game of back and forth. It's still early. Now Monkey's going to get control of this here on Note 9 and 14. We'll see how he reacts at home now. It's been an interesting one so far, Coach.
It has been.
All right, I'll be on Do Those Honors for Monkey, Note 9-14. Ask the question, buddy.
All right, so now we're gonna start number 3. What's the card here for Monkey?
I'll be on. I'm gonna choose 10.
All right, 10 cards in. Here we go. 5 on the right, 5 on the left. Let's get it started.
Let's see if it's gonna end in 30 seconds again. Let's start.
All right. Appreciate that. Thank you, Albion. All right, Coach. Here we go. Off the skip. Just going to play it clean. I think he's a little busy, so I'll take this one solo until he gets back. Just ping me when you're ready, buddy.
Oh, no, I was here. I'm sorry.
Oh, you good, man. You're good. As Cesar, you can see him, Coach, off this aggression, off the hizzle right there, switching. Jay Cesar and Monkey's iced. Here comes Cesar now. Gets the ice right now early. What does he run with? Double play.
He's just doing what he can to try to weather the storm here.
Ooh, Monkey back to his own card. Question becomes, does Cesar have number efficiency or is he juiced on yellows? He was juiced earlier. He made the switch. Let's see. He's juiced. Wow. Now it comes down to who can run the right numbers clean. Jay Cesar with still possession for now. Does he retain it off a topper or does he have a save on the sixes? Here he comes. Taking his time. Loading up. Looking for a potential run to get the possession arrow back. Monkey so far. Oh my goodness. Great defensive measures and a heater off the green wild. Cesar changes momentum. How does Monkey respond? He was iced on the greens earlier. He still stays iced.
Again.
Yep. Cesar running now with the greens. Definitely one color strategy here, riders from Cesar early. Just greens.
I think it's a good strategy too, because Cesar, Monkey don't have that green.
Oh, but it's the back and forth yellow. Cesar, does he have a 9 now? It's just he's not landing on the right number. Needs an undercut. And he doesn't have it.
Good defense there by Monkey once again.
Oh, but he's going to give him a chance to free it up there. Free up the setup. Okay. In the blue, and Cesar can run. I'm noticing quick plays here for Monkey. Really fast plays here, Coach, because he's ready to go on the chip. He's ready. As soon as he type it, he's ready to boom, pop it out, and he's going quick. Trying to get Cesar maybe a little lackadaisical on this, the potential pace. We'll see.
Maybe try to speed Cesar up himself.
Maybe. It's not easy to speed up the badass, and he's doing a good job right now. Cesar, he check into the red. Well, that's a heater. That's a heater. And Monkey can run. Now Cesar's starting to control a little bit this game with the ammo so far. He'll run the double up special in the background, and they're just running it now. Comes down to possession area here, Coach. Cesar's got... That is insane, Coach. Trips wild.
He's waiting. He played it until the end, but look at Monkey.
Double play. Don't even mind the draw right there. You got to do it. Cesar flushed a little. However, wait a minute. That is an intriguing wild right there from Cesar. That's a KT classic, really, what he was going for. He didn't have any green. He just flushed a +2. That's risky, Coach. He could have made a ran there or caught to ask him on that one. That's a crazy move. Mm-hmm. Especially down 2-0, for sure. Interesting defense there. Using 3 of those wilds. Cesar +2, and just like that, he's got the lead, and there's his +2s.
Left the door open again, though. Monkey's been playing good defense here. Can he come back?
Good move. Green, perfect. Unless he's got a 0, that's good. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And Monkey will just play ISO ball. Now we'll go to top decks and see what happens there. Monkey going to leave it potentially open with a deuce, though. Cesar not going to bite. And Monkey draws. So now it's going back and forth on the top decks. Who gets lucky? Who gets the most momentum built on her hand? Cesar up to 7-10 split. Looking to get this to 4 possessions. He can't. Monkey getting some top deck magic. Closes it to 1. Here comes Cesar. He'll draw. Possession arrow back to Monkey. No. Back to Cesar now. Back and forth we go. Into the Chama gate. Yep, draw city for real. But we'll stop from Cesar. He'll go for a topper himself, and he's got the PA back. 2 possessions. Monkey draws down at 3. Is Cesar going to switch over? You can see the back and forth we're going, Coach. These guys, they're swinging on defense now. We always talk about the old adage, defense wins championships in the playoffs, but this is the regular season, and so far both guys have been using that to their advantage.
Yeah. You don't get good defense randomly in the tournament. You got to fight and practice each every day. Oh, as Cesar gets to double play.
Absolutely. Blue +2 into a M6, and just like that, Monkey down 7.
But Monkey hasn't really faltered after Cesar hits him in a punch. He kind of
No.
like, you're not over with yet. You still have 5 more cards to go. I can come back and hit him with a punch like that.
Cesar throws the +2, Monkey throws the +2. It's an eye for an eye, but Cesar made
It's
the
a
red
monkey
break.
do, monkey see, monkey do type of deal.
Yeah, mirror driving, whatever you want to call it. That's it. And Cesar erases that +2 right there, and he's now back in the lead by 5. Back and forth. +4 for Monkey. Little voice crack right there. I was just thinking about this, I was just looking over to my stats. It's back to the red 5, and it's ISO City. And Monkey's at, wow, it's a big point. These guys have been landing on wrong numbers all night. That's
Are
the
they
one
landing
thing
on wrong numbers, or are they playing the number efficiency game? I mean, if you look at the
both.
stats, like, just look what you can do here.
Yeah, I think what I'm going to say here is it's almost normal to land on these wrong numbers because guess what? It's going to happen both in terms of either way.
Yeah.
Now it's just
Draw
draw,
City.
draw, draw. Yes, sir, Coach. They're going into. We've been here to 3 times now. As once again, Jay still up those 4 possessions. If he plays, Monkey continues draws. Let's see. Can Cesar get this to 5 here if he can play? Let's see. He will. 5 possessions. Monkey even dare switch it? No. Does Cesar go for the break?
Was that a top deck? Oh,
You gotta think, yeah, definitely a topper for sure.
but does he have the number efficiency though? And he,
Oh wow, that's some save action right there. And Cesar with the triple play goes into yellow, makes a little break, mini one.
you can smell the blood in the water for Cesar, and he needs this win, I think.
Absolutely, you don't want to go down 3-0. I know there's power plays at 1, not 2, but still, you don't want to go 3-0. And he knows it too. Desperation will kick in, but a win here, and the momentum flips back into the Ashley red for Monkey. Tries the
Oh.
ISO. Does it work?
And
It
it
does.
works.
It's the KT Classic 2. Monkey pulling out all the defensive measures today. Man,
From
Cesar,
every game too, he's doing it.
Coach, you got to think. Cesar's been trying to. He just goes for the top deck 6 right there. As Monkey undercuts that, potentially as long as the 9's good. We'll see. Hold the phone here. Let's see if that 9's good. It
I
is.
think it was.
Yeah, it's the layup, right? Cesar's been at the layup. He's been at the hoop, but he just can't finish the job. And in the racing business, man, as we go into the yellow 9, we go into the yellow color. He's been trying all these undercuts to gain an advantage. As we go trips 9 from Allen to Acosta and Nick. But Monkey has every answer in the building as we go down to the.
I think
down to
Monkey
6.
is contesting every play that Caesar has. He's playing the game,
Yeah.
and he's remembering the cards that each opponent has, and it's helping Monkey get closer and closer as we're down to 6.
Well, Monkey goes in the yellow, maybe risking this, and it's going to work. The risks are working because Caesar's showing his stuff early. Let's see if he tops decks here. Let's see. Nothing.
Is that a little bit of a panic by Caesar throwing those +4s and +2s at Monkey early in the game and leaving the momentum still on Monkey's side because he still could come back?
Yeah, he's got the lead now. Well, back to blue. I was just about to say who was going to get it back because it's a tie game, but Monkey down 1, Caesar with the blue 1. I agree. I think a little panic, but that was the same move coming. Little ditto action. Jay looking for some magic here on the Blues. Let's see. He'll go into JT. Yes, go ahead, Coach.
I didn't say anything.
Oh, okay, you good, man. I thought you said something. You good. Here comes Monkey. Let's see. Gotta say, Caesar's dominated this game on control. And that's a +4 heater. Not a finish. Monkey to deuce, though. And now Caesar with a chance with 4 freshies.
But would you have risked your power play there to get the 3-0 lead and kind of take the coast the rest of the series?
We'll have to ask him, but I would not have there. I think it's a little early for that. I know 3-0 is nice, but with no power play, and it's JC, you can't risk that. And here we go. Goes into that reverse skip meta, and he's going to leave it open. Risky from Cesar. Well, that might be his only move, Coach. We'll see. Here comes Monkey. Monkey's seen this move before, too, on the reverses as well. Oh, my God. He saved the reverse for the win? Oh, he learned from the mistake. Oh, my goodness. That is great. We lose the 30, by the way. But what a crazy! I gotta go to Cesar on this one. Once you had a question, Rod. What was the question you wanted? Something about the the +4. Okay, I'll ask you that one. Yeah. So Cesar, I gotta ask, man, the +4s, the +2s, right? Is that a little bit of panic setting in, or is that a case where you're just trying to get the pace delta because you're not getting what you need on the back end to cook? Because that's really the one thing I'm noticing here. Coach, you want to ask a question to Monkey?
Monkey, I have a question. What went into your thought process of not using the power play when you had that big quadruple play? And what was the point of saving it? You know, did you know that you had that reverse saved up later in the end of the end of this game?
I think it's milliseconds. I think the bot factor is milliseconds. My bad.
Yeah, I did have that to play, but like KT said, I mean, he basically predicted it when he was talking. He said, too early to play the power play. And I was like, he's right. I honestly did not think Cesar would leave it off of a reverse for me to get that win. I should have drawn, honestly, but I mean, like, hey, I got there. I used my defense to stop him and just keep running on colors that he didn't have, and got the win. Yeah.
Cesar said he had the +2s right there, back combo, and didn't throw it. I didn't think he had a +2 in the wings, so I gotta. That is interesting.
You know,
That's
at what point do you quit playing the analytical game and you try to get that first win? I mean, that's to me where Caesar's kind of a downfall there. He kept trying to play the defensive route, and down 2-0, you have to try to get a win here. And in my opinion, I think it kind of bit him in the butt later in the round.
He didn't think Monkey had anything on that blue. He said he could have thrown the blue +2. So he's trying to do a little save tag, and sometimes when you save it, it's a thin line, right? If he goes, I mean, all he's got to do, think about safe and sorry. If he goes green reverse, blue reverse, even a blue +2, game's going, right? Monkey can't do anything because if you just leave it on the reverse, it's a case of was he saving? It's the fine margins for Cesar, but I think the thing I'm more impressed about is Monkey's defense has just been working, right? It's been every answer Cesar's had.
Yeah.
It just hasn't worked. Yeah. Well,
I'm very impressed with Monkey and how he's played the defensive strat here.
yeah, this is must win for Jay. I don't think we had this in the bingo card. Abion, you're going to help us out, buddy. No 9, 10, 14 for Monkey. Do the honors. Go for it. Big game here.
All right, 800 call on Monkey.
Fabian? See, I did think it would be funny to full send. Sadly, I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna go with 13.
Okay, OG full.
13, all right.
OG full send.
Lucky number 13 in the flesh.
Love
Right
that.
then, let's start with the 13. So
Yes,
game
sir,
number
baby.
4, Monkey 3-0, let's go.
All right, appreciate that. Cesar's got to get this one back to keep the series alive, I think, Riders, because for your
That was the
Monkey,
first home win.
yeah, he's got to look at this and say, okay, power play be damned now. I think he's going to have to think about some new strats because the defense has been the key for Monkey all night. He's got to start turning up.
Yeah, for sure. I think Cesar has to be aggressive here. There's no other question.
Well, Monkey's going to be the aggressive one here to start as he goes into that first switch opener. Zero sugar switches, too. Well, we'll be here from Jay. You can tell Monkey's tried something new with this strategy of speeding up on the typing as he goes one up. But that's something you see with Ghost. He does that, even to an extent, Myth. As we go into the switch. My God, Trips 4 action. How about that from Cap, Denom, yourself, my man?
Yes, sir. In the flesh.
In the flesh. We go the flesh. Will there be a flashlight? We're going to keep it going with the switches. No, we keep it cool in the Acosta, the Sting, the 9 to 5 action. How does Cesar try to get some hard work on the table and punch in some overtime, maybe? to get this series back on track. Monkey right now, he's the boss, and he's saying, Jay Cesar, this is my time to write the checks and cut what I need. Yellow deuce, yellow 6, bow tie to Steven. Here we go from Jay, down a possession. Like that one? That was good.
Yeah, it was. In the flesh.
Always. Jay Cesar now looking to unload right here. Let's see what he's got. Loading up, taking his time, trying to spew any type of momentum back in his favor. Really thinking this one through. He's going to throw it here. This is what I'm saying, Coach. He's got the delta now. The question is, was it the right timing?
Yeah, he has to hold on to some ammo though. I don't think he needs to land another big punch until later in the game. I think he needs to hold on to it and try to get that card down from 6 to maybe 2 or 3.
He's got the red 9. I think this is expected here. And if you're Monkey here, you just roll with it, right? Why try a switch right now? He's going to think about everything was working in those first 3 games. Play the cleaner style, and he's going to switch it. Give Cesar maybe some life. Interesting. That is intriguing. That's intriguing right there. I'm not going to lie, Coach. Giving Cesar a chance. Let's see. That's game. That has to. Well, he's going to throw it, and you know what? You talked about analytics be damned. This might be that first shot. Let's see. Oh, yeah, that's game. That's it. Jay Cesar said, you know what? Wrong color. There it is. That's game, and Jay gets one back. Power play be damned. And Rogers, you called it. He needed the momentum. I think that's the right move. You can't send him back with 6, for sure.
No, not at all.
Jay, I think that you had to do it, right? Because at a certain point, you don't want to fall down 4-0. That could be the series. Really good hand there off the top. Plan A. I don't got much to say. I think that was well timed. I'll go to Monkey. Monkey, guess you accept it, right? Instead, okay, you burned his power play. You got burned on what? Agree. I had said you had done a great job all night, not switching testing. Why the change of, I guess, mindset there? Or did you just feel confident up 3-0, could play a little bit looser?
KT, I have a question for you while they answer, before Monkey answers real quick.
What we got, baby?
How crucial is it now that Monkey won that game 3? In my opinion, I think it was so much bigger than winning the first 2 because, he took that 3-0 lead. He forced Caesar to play his cards here in game 4. I think this is totally Monkey's game plan was to make him maybe use that power play here in game 4 so he now knows that he has the advantage of a PP in the last 5 games to get 1 win.
Yeah, Monkey Monkey in a good spot, right? You just flushed. Caesar basically said he didn't want to go to bed. You can't take it home with you. It's like a timeout. You can't take the timeout home with you. Understandable. I think they both got what they wanted in that game. I call it even, right? Monkey got the flush. Caesar got the win. Try to swing some momentum in the pendulum in his favor. I think the thing now for Monkey really is you don't even worry about the plays now. You don't have to worry. Oh my God, Caesar's starting to rip the Band-Aid off now. You can see it. When he starts putting in those numbers early, he's ripping it off. He's ready. I think we're going to be done talking. He's going serious now. I think he's going to start going deafening. Abion, put it in, buddy. Full send. This is
All right, buddy.
big right here.
We got to go full send.
You can't take time.
Game 5, 3-1. Monkeys in advantage. Let's go.
This is serious business here, Rogers. And I think this is, if you're Cesar, you got that first shot at Monkey. Monkey took the first bullet. You got to find momentum. Why not keep it upper tier and keep it rolling as we start 0 sugar?
0-0.
Wow, that is a crazy. Off the start, first turn, whole 0 sugar switching.
That's the same exact way it started last round.
I was just about to say, this is really mirror playing to the core. Monkey see, monkey do. Double style on the noms. Here comes Jay.
How much of an advantage does it give Cesar starting in a high card here with the 3-1 deficit?
Well, hold the phone, Rod. We are going. Was that quad 4? How about that? Back to you.
Love it.
I mean, this is a risky play for Jay, I think, in terms of trying to get maybe one color out. But I think for the high stuff, he's so used to it. But so is Monkey. I think everyone in the league loves high tier starts, especially full senders. I would say it's the most popular at all the card starts. I think it's the most popular. So they
For
both
sure.
know this very well. There's no advantage compared to, let's say, if you went down to 5 or something.
Yeah, I agree. A little tree action right there.
Yeah, old tree, I like that. Look at that little, not Christmas, but old tree action. I like it. Monkey plays it cool. Here comes Cesar, and you know Cesar is going to always have something in the back pocket on the greens. Cesar looking to flip momentum, get this into a game 6 down 3-2. Monkey looking for the 4-1 as Cesar runs the greens. What will it be for Monkey? Cesar? You got to wonder here now, Coach. These greens, we talked about it. Monkey had done a good job fading that off a little bit, too. That is a massive heater right there for Monkey. Quick quad play. 6 freshies for Jay. Here we go. Momentum now back in his favor. Does this give Jay some profits off it? Let's see.
You would think it does, but I think Monkey had to throw that there saying, hey, I'm still here, man. I'm not just going to let you get yourself right back into this game. You're going to have to work for it.
Oh, Cesar with the quint goes for the 6-pack momentum flip right back. Look at this.
That's what you have to do.
Monkey see, monkey do for real. We've talked about this. The mirror playing is off the charts tonight. Eye for an eye, whatever you want to call it. It is still anyone's game here. And Cesar changes the momentum just like that. Did he burn some of that extra spare tires, though? We'll see. Here comes Jay. That's not burning off nothing there, Rogers. That's a massive check to red.
Mm-hmm. Does it freeze, Monkey?
Does it freeze Monkey? Does Monkey unleash some more ammo? Let's see. Or does he have a wild of his own to flush out? Let's see. Yeah, you can. Okay, so now that's the thing, right, Rogers? That's the question you ask. You had talked about Cesar with those plays getting aggressive. Was that defensive and from Cesar saying, okay, let's see if he's got a +4 flush it? I think making the +4 call there for Monkey's good, though, because he didn't have the blue. And now he can run that leverage back into the blue 9. Got to play the numbers game. Is Monkey... He's going to play it cool. Working good. Cesar still drawing. That's good for the double numbers and the double nick. What does he got on the back end on these toppers will be key.
5-car advantage from Monkey with a power play.
Yeah, it's switching back and forth, man. It's going all over the board. Cesar, let's see what he's got on the toppers. Really loading up here. Something on the back end. Another point. Oh, yeah, that got to be topper, right? You think, AR? You got to think that's topper.
You would have to think it is.
What
Or
is
maybe
that?
he was holding it. I don't think he would have played it early if he was holding on to it.
Yeah, I'm thinking topper there. That's half the +4's gone. I'd be shocked if he held on to that, but you never know. We'll ask him. Cesar now back in the driver's seat, up by 2 if he can play. And he will, so he's up by 2. Remember, no power play for Jay. And, well, Monkey's out, so it's a 2-color ISO battle for sure. Cesar double 5. Monkey with a topper and a deuce. What will Jay do here? Keeps it going on the lot of red for Cesar. Wow.
He's down to 3.
Goes for the switch. Aggressive for Monkey. Down 3 possessions. Does Cesar have anything to capitalize? No. It's 2-color.
I was just about to say there's no way Cesar had just reds.
ISO,
I
yep.
think he has to have something else.
Well, it has to be green or yellow for sure. It'd be a workaround strat for sure as we go into Draw City for the umpteenth time. Yeah, I think you're on to something, Coach. I think it's a workaround green yellow. Who's gonna blink?
Top deck for Cesar.
That's nothing crazy. I think if you're a monkey, whoa! Wait a minute. Whoa. So maybe he didn't want to leave it open and just waited for a play. So Cesar now, fresh cards though. Monkey with some creative looks here, and Cesar, you gotta think something was coming, right? 2 cards, and he's out though. So that's the thing with that play, right? It's risky because you're forcing the blink. Who blinked? Wow, that I'm not sure where that one came from, Coach. That is seeing some unusual +4 magic right here, some voodoo magic.
I think he had that yellow +4 and wanted to end the game with it earlier, but the blue kind of cut him off. So I think this is
Oh
what
my, the defense though, man.
I'm telling you. You're seeing some grade A defense right here by Monkey.
Monkey's got the grade A defense. Cesar's been trying to push the pace all night. And basically a half a classic right there. Wasn't a full classic, but it runs down. Yeah, I think right now it's the meta, right? Cesar is throwing the punches right now, and he's trying to get any leverage on it, and unfortunately, it's just not working for him as the defense continues.
Monkey has the ability to do that, though. He has that 2-game lead right now. I don't see Cesar being aggressive enough, and Monkey's doing exactly what he wants him to do.
Well, speaking of seeing what he wants to do, Monkey see, Monkey do. Monkey makes the break, which Cesar wanted was red the whole time. That's the interesting thing. He's almost begging it for it. He's starting to play with his food a little bit and getting in Cesar's head. That's the thing Jay's got to watch for sure. That is.
But he turned it to yellow.
Yeah,
which is the other color we said.
Oh man, this is the dangerous game now because they both need yellow and green, and here we go. It's gonna light up right here. But both are running it clean. 0 sugar. What does Jay got?
Back on the response.
Yeah, the pace is now getting way quicker than we expected. Here comes Cesar. Oh, but back to red. There we go. It's the ISO game. Does Monkey have a 3? Back to yellow. Holy moly. That's going to ice Cesar surely, right? Unless he's got a wild. Yep. Now it comes down to picking the right number. Cesar, can he steal possession right here? On the 4 magic. Does he have it on the 4 magic from your card, man? Let's see. Oh my. That had to be a topper. A topper from Jay. Wow.
I think it had to be a topper because he would have played. He wanted the drill on that last round. On that last turn.
Yeah, no shot there. It had to be a top. He's been so we're going to have to ask a lot of topper notes, man. We've seen a lot of toppers right here. I don't have any crackers and cheese, but that's where we're at for now. Well, this will be the second one. Of course, Cesar won that game. Back to yellow. Oh my goodness! It's the number efficiency, man. Now Monkey can just sit back and relax right here.
I don't know. Cesar's only at 3 cards. He hit the power play.
That's it for the power plays. We're flush out. Monkey will be up 4-1. Cesar's going to have to pull the impossible task. That's it. Monkey with the double play, looking for the finish right here. Got it. Into the green 4-0, right there into the green 1. That's it. Wow, that's crazy. I mean, right, so many. I got to go back and look at. I don't know what to say.
While you go back and look, I have a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
How many? This is a question for both of y'all. How much did top decks help y'all later in this game? Because to me, it seemed like y'all drew a lot of cards that helped y'all when it came to the end game there.
Still looking back, man. I'm sure there's that top deck for sure. This one here. I'm trying because this was crazy. I saw I think one of these had to be a save. I don't think you could top deck 2 wilds plus 4s and a wild in the same. That'd be something. I'm gonna have to ask him though. As for Monkey though, I think it really has become and we talked about it, Coach. It's the defense, right? Cesar's been throwing these punches. Right, he's been throwing all these punches out, and unfortunately, it's not working because,
I know I set it up in game 2, really, and it almost you can go back to game 1 and say that Monkey was playing really good defense, but at the end of the day, Monkey has really dominated the defensive side of the ball the whole series. I mean, this is exactly what you look for when it comes to Uno.
The +2s for sure. Well, that's the +2 meta. Yeah, absolutely. I think I think it's been the defense, man. I have to say, right, looking back at this game, just analyzing it, Riders, as you asked some good questions there, it's the defense. Monkey's been able to get more defensive because when Cesar goes to, let's say, this yellow, he's fading off the blue, right? So it's simple. You go back to blue and play ISO. Another example of that, right? You look at the red, he's got every answer because Cesar's going for the break on the red, and he says, okay, well, I'm just going to hit you back with the yellow and play a little ISO. Now, the red wild was good from Cesar, but he just landed on the wrong number. So, Cesar, did you have a red 8? Oh. Okay. Oh, no problem, buddy.
We look at the stats, while he goes to the portion of the throne, and let's look at the stats for a second. Every stat, Monkey's behind except what, two? The plus twos and the time switch colored. To me, you look at the time switch colored, that's a defensive stat right there, and Monkey and Caesar have both been doing it,
Yeah.
but it has benefited the most for Monkey. What else can you ask for from a guy who is fighting for his life with Caesar, because he's doing everything he's supposed to do, and Monkey's just defending it really good.
So the red 6. Monkey, did you have a 6 back counter, though? Did you have a yellow 6 to throw him off? I don't think so, right? No. Okay, so it's just a 50-50 game. So let me switch here. Did Monkey need the power play? Well, that is... Nah, I ain't gonna... Green reverse. No, because we were on a red-yellow sequence. He went to green at the end, so I don't think that would have... Yeah, I don't think that's a bad... It's not the worst power play, but at the same time, you got to take the win, man. We throw analytics to the side, right, Coach? You said that. Enough with the analytics, for sure. For sure.
Yeah, I think at one point you have to just sit back and you have to fight as hard as you can, and I don't see that, accumulating for Caesar right now.
I mean, while we're in this intermission, as the ref hits the old Porta John there, I mean, you got to think here, if you're Jay, there only is one good thing, and that is the power play is gone, right? We're playing straight up bare knuckle Uno, but in a fight like this, the defense is just winning out so far for Monkey. Caesar's been trying the offense, but unfortunately, he hasn't been able to get it clean. Your thoughts on? I can't look there, man. Coach, can you look at that, man? I don't really look.
What were we looking at again?
I have no idea. VC chat. I don't have anything.
Let's see.
I don't try to look in there because I'm trying to stay focused. But
saying the strength of hand is actually favoring Caesar here.
Strength of that's one.
His hand strength metric, 0971 in favor of Caesar, which is quite yeah. Which makes it a big anomaly to see a 4-1 Monkey lead in that. No, 097. 0.0971.
Yeah, that it's not. That's what it shows you. It's not all about.
It's not all about having the hands. Control. Exactly.
Yeah, so it's about defense, and that's exactly what Monkey's been doing.
I think Go
ahead. Sorry.
Yeah. I think the point of that that number, defense wins championships, absolutely, and I think to the point of that is there's so much more to. We talk about Uno being a game of luck, and it can be, but Monkey is really fighting against that. I mean, like, you look at the stats, you look that Caesar's leading in some categories. It's not coming down to the hands. He is playing great out there, really, in my opinion. And the numbers show that as well.
We saw this last night, Coach, when I was playing. There was that one game where Andy won nothing. Right? Yeah, he had none, right? And I had everything. And I wasn't playing no crazy game. It was just, okay, I played my normal cards, right? Didn't have green, but he found a way to expose me on that one. Here is just a different ball game where it's a different game where Caesar's getting a lot. I'm going to have to assume I'm not the smartest guy. Is that hundreds? It goes to the thousands? I'm not sure. What is that?
It goes to the 10,000s. Where it is right now, it would be a slight visible advantage for Caesar, but I think another thing you also got to consider as well is that metric does not consider the timing of when you get the card, so that definitely could be playing a factor to why Caesar's down right now.
Okay. So that's... See, I didn't know that. Okay, that's good to know. Okay, see, I don't know this very well, so it's still new to me. But that's good to know. I didn't know that was in fact. That's good. I'm learning something new. Okay, so as we wait for the ref here, Coach, I think you look at this game. Yes, I agree. I think there comes a point where this game is definitely, you got to have a little lady luck. There's no doubt. You got to have your. I think it's really just got to have a couple intangibles, right? Get your offense right. Make sure you have an offensive-minded game plan. Make sure you also have your defense when you need it. And at the same time, it could be an old-fashioned where the scoreboard, man. It sounds stupid, but when you're down 3-0, you play differently than, let's say, you're up 3-0.
Yeah,
right?
well, I'll be honest with you. I give Cesar a lot of credit for making the grounds competitive, but honestly, without a power play, this is probably a 5-0 skunk. And I'm not trying to say that's a bad thing against Cesar. Just Monkey has been so on his game when it comes to the defensive side of the ball that it's insane to think that Cesar has been in these in these games because Monkey has been the momentum changer the whole round. You get what I'm saying?
I get it. What I'm saying, look, as we continue to fill some dead air here, look, Cesar has entering this game. Cesar had 90 career wins in the regular season. And remember, he's never made Super League. We know that. We all know the story on that, and we don't want to remind him. But he's had 162 starts entering this game. Monkey Boy, on the other hand, same thing. Never made Super League. He's 131 starts. You gotta understand, right? Combined, that's 293 starts. Okay, that's a lot of Uno. Both these guys at the same time, they know the experience. They've been around the old table. And I think it gets to a point where you're almost on micro margins. It is what game plan do you bring in and how do you adjust each game? And I think when you have that early lead, whoever has that early lead can adjust more as the home team in a sense, right? Even if they're on the road, they become a little bit more cleaner and go, Coach knows best. Yes, sir, Coach, for sure. Thoughts on that real quick, Coach, on the experience from both these guys and how you find the micro margins, for sure.
I mean, look at it. The 0.097 advantage by Caesar and Monkey has dominated. To me, that shows that it's like Caesar has all the stuff in his back pocket. He didn't expect Monkey to come out with a different strat of being defensive. That's why we said Monkey is so hard to fight against because you don't know what strat he's gonna deal with. You know what I'm saying?
This is going to be a doozy game 5. We'll keep it rolling. Or not game 5, excuse me, game 6. It's going to be interesting here, Coach, because the momentum has shifted. Cesar's been trying, and you wonder what it's going to be because this could be his last shot at the apple. I'll be on Do the Honors. This could be it. We'll see. Or does Cesar fight for a game 7? He's got to win 4 straight. No 13. Do it, my friend.
Right, dudes. After 5 minutes break, we're going to go to game number 6. Cesar.
I like it.
What card number do you have for us? You cannot go 13. Guess what it is? What is it? I mean,
I'm going to go for a guessing game. Let's say Monkey hasn't ever punched that pull. Is he going to go for what I think he's going to go? I have nothing else to lose. So, yep, I was thinking Rogers.
Oh, boy. You're going to go for the lowest.
Let's go gambling!
He doesn't do this often. He's got to try something. You got to try. I don't mind this. You got to try some.
Right. This might be real quick, but yeah. Let's see here. Let's start the game up.
Cesar's looking for a God tier hand, man. That's what I'm looking at right here. Let's see. And that's just a cool start. Okay.
Testing the waters.
5 cards to hit gloves. I mean, let's face it. You make that shot from the top of the floor to the bottom of the basement. You're making a shot right there. You're going all in. Yeah, it's basically chips on the table. I'm all in. Let's see what we get. Ironically, on a 5 card start, so you've got the flop, then you got the turn and the river. So it's kind of funny how that works out. A little poker reference. Gloves are off, though, Coach. This is it. And that's what you need if you're Cesar right there. That is exactly what you need. You got a little draw action. Now you can run the pace advantage just a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Here comes Jay looking for the run. No power play. It's free game, right? It's bare knuckles. Gloves are off. And he's going to draw right back with him. So Cesar up by
I think they're both staying patient here early in the game.
Yeah, we're going to be here a minute. I think it's 5 cards, right? You can only do so much. Here comes Jay. Let's see. Switching over to yellow. So he's got the lead now. With the 3 possessions, Monkey will adapt. Let's see. He'll playing it cool. Cesar runs the monkey card himself.
Down to 4.
This monkey gets two in the back pocket, 2 possessions pending if Cesar can play. Let's see. It can go quick, but I think this one is a case of when do you make the break on the switch for sure. Here comes Jay. Hard to really say about defense or offense on a 5-card, you think, Coach. It's so unpredictable for sure. Jay loading up, looking for something right here, taking his time.
I'm
Really
curious
loading
to
up.
see curious to see what Cesar does here.
Well, this would be it. Ooh, that's a check right there, not a game finisher.
I don't
Wow.
think Monkey plays this aggressive. I think he lets Cesar do his thing here.
Well, he's not going to let him do his thing because he throws the heater +2. Okay.
I
Keeps him
mean,
alive.
just kidding. Then I spoke too soon.
You know what? But that's the risk, right? That's the only thing that's the only risk. You got to take it. He can run with it, but that's the only thing that would have stopped that. But I still think you take the chance up 4-1. I think that's fine making the move. See?
It is for a Monkey, but is it for Cesar?
No, for Cesar, he did everything right. Play the aggression, but at the same time, if you're a Monkey, that's the only risk you take, right? If it goes in the green ISO, then it goes in the green ISO. So be it. It's 5 cards. There could still be plenty of ammo deck. He'll go to that. There's the check. Small one in the red.
With the lead.
Here comes Jay, just into the clean colors. Okay, now it's 2-3. What does Jay have? Nothing. Is this Monkey for check? No. Well, that's the thing. Now you get to the point where when you run these low numbers, this Monkey gets it. Well, it's not going to do much there.
Just top deck.
Yeah, that's the ultimate top deck. You just ditto the 3. I love those top decks, he says. Or it does nothing. Yeah, well, I mean, it did nothing. The double red 3. All right, so now it comes down to, I think, Rodgers, I think we're done with the 2-minute game. When you get past 2-3 minutes on a 5-card start, prepare for the endurance game, right? Prepare for the long haul trucking on this one for sure. And now it's about building your hand, right? Just like Bob the Builder. Let's see. Oh, that's a heater. Heater from Monkey.
I think they want to get rid of red.
Yeah, I know we're feeling it, buddy. I know. Double Steven. Cesar, anything does he have? He's got to try now. What does he got? Loading up here. Cesar trying anything here. He's been, like I said, throwing everything at the kitchen sink, and some of it's stuck, but not a lot of it has stuck. I would say only 10% in this match. Excluding that one game he won with the power play, really, that's about it, 10%. And there's another one. He's going to go. Well, there it is, Coach. He throws the heater right there. I think you got to do that. You can't even leave him home with you at this rate. Coach?
I don't know. I feel like that's a little bit of an early throw out there by Cesar. I think he could have held that on for a little bit more.
Well, you could tell he's going to stick it now at this rate. He's sticking whatever at the wall. I hope it sticks because
I don't get that, brother. But
I think it's just a scoreboard, man. You see the scoreboard. It's just human instinct. This is where psychology. You're down 4-1. You've tried everything. You might as well try something in a sense where if it hasn't worked, then you might as well just try the kitchen sink. Just stick, see if it sticks, and hope and pray for toppers. I get it. At a certain point, what else do you have in the arsenal? For sure. And Monkey's just been playing at standing D all night. His defense has been electric. Into the blue. Comes Jay. What has he got? The only thing is the switch, and I don't think he's even going to care. Tie game. Monkey 1 up to nom.
even out here, Cesar takes the advantage.
Half off special into the blue 7. What does Jay Cesar have? Let's see. Does he have anything right here? He's got to play it. Let's see. Jay loading up. Let's see if he's got a shot. Heat check red. Goes for the break. And there's nothing. Is this Cesar changing the momentum back? That's going to be tough to switch off of. No. Is that Jay Cesar for the win? No.
Uh-oh.
Wow. But he's going to get the draw, City. I don't think he would have had a zero sugar double. That would have been something. Yeah, there's a 1. Cesar gets the 4 now. Does he have the 4?
I don't think he has it.
Nah, don't think he would have. I think now it's just they're just playing top deck City. AR, it's whatever's on the other end, right? At this rate, you can see it. Yep, there it is. Just playing toppers now. So that's going to draw this game out a little more for sure as we continue to have more of an endurance battle. That's the second time we saw that, the yellow wild there for Monkey. So now Monkey trying to rush the pace. Let's see. Cesar, of course he can roll. Yellow 2, yellow 8. And I like what Monkey's doing. They're speeding up Cesar. The question here, Riders, we're playing hokey pokey. Is it green and we need to finish? Is it just try to stall on the yellow? I don't know. That's the thing with 5. You just don't know sometimes. It's really going to come down from the top decks. So we're going on, like I said, 8-minute game. Over 40 minutes now in the series.
Almost the longest game of the whole series.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. 42 minutes and change now. Cesar, nothing. Iced. Here comes Monkey. Plays it cool. And it's just a draw element for Jay. What does Monkey have for check? Check, and indeed, now Cesar's got to think this one through, Riders. It's a big one. This could be game. Let's see. What does Jay have in the back pocket? Does he have a red 7? I don't know what he could do here. This is... Well, that's what you're going to need to keep the game alive. Spicy
No way.
heat. What's that, Coach?
I said no way he was holding on to that. That's a clutch.
That's clutch right there. Yeah, I got it. That you got to respect that. That right there is clutch. And he gets to switch into the greens. Cesar for check one more time. Does he have it? Or is it a finish? Jay looking to get it back. He gets the number of fish! Holy moly. Monkey... Wait, no. Never mind. I was going to say, wait a minute. That can't be right. And Cesar gets it. Yeah, I was going to say, wait a minute. That wasn't right. Wow. A lucky 8 from Jay and the gamble pays off. We'll keep it going.
Momentum switch right there.
That is... Jay, well, that's what happens on 5. I got to ask, man, brother, that was a crazy clutch. +4 right there. Was that a save? Or did you top deck that? Did you have one save made in back pocket? Because you pulled out a lot of stops right there. It got close, and ultimately that blue 8 saved you, man. That was the difference to get you to win. Top deck, yeah. I mean, Rodgers, you got anything you want to ask the Monkey, go ahead. But I don't really think he could have did much there. It was maybe the yellow wild. That's all I can think. Maybe he had a finish on that 7. Was that a good play? I don't really know. Can't really think much there.
I don't think there was much that Monkey could do there. But I do have a question for Cesar. Like earlier in this game, you had a wild +4 and a green +2, but you didn't play them connecting to each other. What was your thought process there? Because you played the green wild +4, and then you played a number card, and then you he either played a random number, and then you played the green +2 later down the line. So I was confused about how the play were there. Were you trying to save that +2? Because if you were going to, why did you play it the direct next possession?
That's a good point, too. I was thinking about that AR, but I wanted to back off on it, but let's see what he says. You see, so Monkey, so the yellow 3 was his last card. He wanted to see if, yes, that was a great move then, because then if you don't do anything, their game's frozen, it's over. So that was fine. I mean, I think you got to make your own number of fish, your own luck, and that's what Cesar did, right? He made his own luck there. He said, okay, I'm going to go for the +4, play some aggression, hope for some number. He needed a double number. Think about it. You need the 6, the 8, the line. He basically had 2 and 50 shot to get those to work. with the whatever was remaining in the deck, so whatever that was minus that, plus they got what they were holding. He had a pretty low percentage play there. It worked out. And we saw that with Logan admit the wrong number. This time, 2 wrong numbers for Monkey. Cesar with 3+4s capitalizes, but it just shows you, man, even with 3+4s, he's got to work for these wins. It's not going to be handed to him on a silver platter, for sure.
Yeah, Monkey, what was your last card? If Cesar had a draw there, what were you going to do?
His last card was his own card, the yellow 3.
Okay.
You're good, man. You're good. I know it's getting late right now. We're pushing through this. Yeah, that was a crazy game. You can tell we're pushing now. Crazy game, though. Cesar gets one back. We're going to keep it rolling. And now the momentum shifts back to Monkey. And for that, we'll go to Abion. Monkey can't do 9, 10, 14, and 15. Abion, do the honors. Big game 7 coming up.
Right, game 7 here. Monkey, what's the number?
I'm gonna take a shot at 12.
Takes a shot at 12. Okay.
Right.
Well, we know 15, 14's off. 12 is a good read there, you think, AR, for sure. Thank you, Abion. Go for it.
Alright, so game number 7. Monkey still in the lead. Cesar might be on a comeback run here. Let's see how game 7 have on us.
Well, we'll see if the comeback run starts now as we go 1 up. Coach, this has been a series where Cesar has dominated on everything in terms of ammo, but a lot of it might be under your point, except for the +2s, which is only 1 in favor of Monkey. Let's face it. Oh, and Cesar might have caught him napping. Okay.
Oh, there we go.
Cesar going with the little Lasky. I mean, that's big right there because you can't. We saw that. That's the second mistake. We saw that earlier, Coach, where Monkey he fooled me on the Uno, but he didn't have it. Wait a minute. This is how you don't want to make mistakes, right? You don't want to comp. This is still Jay Cesar. This is a guy that, even though he's been down before, he's never out. Ask him against multiple people. He's played these games before. Double Logan.
Yeah, I don't think nobody here is thinking Cesar can't come back from this win. I think it's just a matter of fact of how good Monkey was playing, and he's kind of faltered here the last couple of rounds.
Yeah, a little bit. Just last couple plays, and Cesar going to play 2 color. And Monkey's out. Here comes Jay. We talk about momentum, and so far, it's minor, but Cesar is starting to get momentum, even despite all the ammo he's been getting all night. Let's see what Monkey will do. He'll get into red, but we'll see what happens there on that blue. That's going to be the key for Jay. Here comes Jay. Let's see. Goes back to red, so it's into what he wanted. And Cesar gets out of it in the green. What will Monkey do here? He'll go +2, Cesar's own card in the Yepes. Cesar now looking to load up here. What's he got on the back end? Coach, you still with me?
Oh, yeah, I'm here.
Oh, yeah, man. Yeah, definitely. You got to think the aggression right here from Cesar's going to come out, because you look at this. He got it back with those 5-baggers, and there it is. I was just about to say, there's the aggression.
And over the red.
Cesar, we'll see now at this rate, because that blue 8's still working, right? And there's a +2. Cesar will now see if he can cook on the 9s. Let's see what it'll be. Here comes Jay. Here's the move. Looks for a triple. No, he's going to leave it open. Interesting. So this is the thing that Monkey's been profiting off of the past.
Yeah, but it's Cesar a little frantic right now, trying to get to the end of the game.
No, now they're both leaving. Oh man, a little sloppy here, Roger. Not gonna lie, a little sloppy basketball, as we say. Getting a little wild here. Not gonna lie.
Yep, it's also basketball. Too much dribbling.
Too much dribbling here. We did. We're out of it. But yeah, I think now this is where the fatigue element comes. Listen, we've been at this for almost 50 minutes on series. The stream has been, I don't even know. I don't even check. Probably 90 minutes or something. There's that yellow 8. And, well, no. No, well, get it back there originally. There you go. So Monkey should be able to get, unless Cesar's got 2. Okay, so Monkey should be able to just, cobble up that 8. Had to get rid of it. Get the level playing field, coach. Here comes Jay now. Oh, my word. Hold the phone. And Jay Cesar with another topper wild, and he's going to pull a KT Classic at deuce. Wow.
Do you think that was a top deck, or do you think he had that?
I don't know, man. That deuce like that to pull a classic, that is a gutsy call, man. I mean, if you're Monkey now, you're sitting pretty. Because you think about it, that could have been a wild the other way. That is interesting down 4 deuce, and you're going to go for that. There's the +4, so I gotta ask him on that one for sure. Because he could have easily had run a color, so maybe he was just preventing a top 4 or +4. I don't know. That's an interesting play.
This could be the end right here.
Nope, just a quick one from Cesar. Just Monkey for the end. There's that 8 again. Cesar, anything in the back pocket he's got to throw now. What does he have? Nothing. Is this Monkey for the win?
He's drawn. I don't think he has it.
Nah, he would have had. Yeah, you're right. He would have had more. He would have had more in the tank. And now we're going. Well, draw city for the umpteenth time again, coach. Here we go again.
Here we go.
Monkey topper. But we'll see. We talked about the favorites in this tournament as we go for a red 1. And they're gone, man. There's no more 2 seats. There's no more 3 seats. 1 seat, and the rest 5 on back. It's been a wild tournament, and this would be a wild
definition
result.
of April.
Yeah, I mean, welcome to April showers, and there's no May flowers right now. It's just been a shower of sparks and metal. We'll see. Put him in the graveyard right there.
Put him in the hall. Put him in the Hall of Fame.
Is that going to be a generic? Oh my goodness. A top deck +4 for the win for Monkey Boy, it appears. Nothing Cesar can do unless he gets the call out. Monkey goes for the green +4, that's it. It's 5-2, and that's unbelievable, man. I think for this one, you got to say here, Coach, the defense won out, but this one, I think we got to ask the question. That yellow wild for defense, I got to ask Cesar, is that a case at 2 cards? Did you fear maybe, I don't know, not trying a red or maybe trying whatever color you had to finish, or did you just not have a connector and wanted to go defense and not risk 2 numbers at the end? I don't have much to say on that one. I'm not going to lie. That's a ballsy call to make at 2 cards to just go for it.
Got one thing to say.
Yeah, in the flesh. We'll see what Jay Cesar. Coach, you want to ask a question, Monkey? Go for it, man. I know you got something.
Monkey, I mean, what else to say other than just a clinic on the defensive side of the ball? You played defense the whole tournament. I mean, and it just did not falter. How do you keep up this momentum going into the final 8? And does the defensive strat work even more going into the final 8 when you go against maybe not better talent, but tough talent because they made it to the Elite 8?
I mean, look at this. Go for it, Monkey.
Sorry, I was a little bit spaced out. Can you say that one more time?
Yeah, go for it.
So what an absolutely defensive clinic you had tonight. What else do you how do you keep up with this defensive strat going into the final 8? Because you're not going up against maybe better talent, but you're going up against talent that definitely have fought tooth and nail to make it to this final 8. Do you stick with the defensive strat that you did this tournament, or what? How big is the win for momentum wise for you?
I mean, it's crazy. I mean, it's been so long since I've been to an Elite 8. I don't really know I don't know what the stat is on when I was Elite 8
last year. Last year against Chomik, we all know how that went.
Oh yeah, geez, Louise, that was a big no bueno right there. But hey, we're back. We're making it somewhere. The defense, honestly, I might have just spun a wheel and just said, let's choose this as today's strat of the day. And I didn't know that defense was going to be my best play this time, so I just started playing through. And hey, helps me get this win against a really good opponent, Cesar. So I'm really happy to do that. Would I use this next round? Most likely if I get the cards and I get the hope in that to do that.
I will go to Coach here. I mean, Coach, we always talk about it, man. Sometimes it's the defensive measures that can win you a chip, and I know it's only April and whatnot, but man, tonight was a defensive claim for Monkey. For Jay, I think he looks at this and says, okay, every answer I threw, maybe some desperation, go back to his drawing board and start the season off 4-2, at least in his head. You say, you know what, live and die by the sword, and we'll pick it back up in T3 for sure. Thoughts on this match though, and how Monkey's going to fare against an intriguing match, to say the least, against Ed. That'll be an interesting one. 7-13 combo.
Well, I think, on the matter of Caesar, I mean, Jay went out there and he played the best he could. There's this term on basketball. You play perfect defense for 29 seconds. He turns around and hit a jumper in your face while you're playing amazing defense. All you can do is run down the other side of the court, tap him on his butt, and say, "Hey, man, good shot," because there's not much you can do about that. So I think Caesar just sits back and goes, "Hey, tonight wasn't my night. I didn't play any bad. I didn't play too bad. I mean, I did what I did. This monkey was just on this game today. So I think Caesar don't take anything about bad against this game, this series against Monkey, because Monkey was just on point tonight.
Absolutely, it's early. It's an early part of the year, right? I think for both guys, they've learned from it. For Monkey, we'll see against Ed. It's going to be an intriguing one. We'll go to the bracket right here. Should have it out there. Here we go. Well, it's going to be Ed versus Monkey. I should even say off top. Monkey, of course, or Cesar, whoever won would have got home table, right? Because Ed was a 13 seed. 7-13. Rogers looking at the field right here. We have 5 guys from the. This is. It isn't said. It's kind of insane to think that we have 5 guys, man, that started their careers here. The first ever tournament. Obviously, Vapor hasn't played everyone because he, of course, had the issue in March. But Myth was an OG. Myself is an OG. Now you got Monkey and OG. You got G and OG. Really, even Vapor. I'll throw him in there. He was the original 20. Just didn't have a chance. Your thoughts on the NBA 2K23 coming back? I guess the 23 years back in style just for this tournament. It could be a one-step. We'll see. It's kind of crazy.
I think old dogs die hard, right? It's hard to kick the old dogs when they're around. I think it's just coming back up. I think early in these first couple of tournaments, you're gonna see the old blood fight because they're so used to the turnaround. So I'm very excited about what's coming up with these final 8.
Well, that's going to do it for the round. I mean, what a crazy round. We have our final 8. The final 8 matchups are set. In the Mustang region, it's going to be Vapor versus Myth Vapor home table. It's a rematch of T3 last year. In the Spider region, as I said, Monkey versus Ed. 7-13, Monkey home table. In the Diablo region, it's going to be G Lara, the rematch. Of course, G and Lara just crowned the novice champion tonight. Congratulations to Lara. First time ever in his career he's got the championship for the novice class or any class. G looking to make it happen again. And then myself versus Gon. Both guys already. Myself clinched the legends. Gon already clinched the rookies. Be a house money match. Should be a good one there in the 115 and that Jaguar region. That's your final 8. That's your Elite 8, or Endurance 8, as we like to say, in Automotive April. For myself and AR, we are checking out tonight, boys. We will see you back on the table Sunday sometime at near theaters near you For all of us tonight, I want to thank Not Short for EPing. What a crazy round it was. Appreciate him coming in close to these last two. For Abion reffing, for JT commentating tonight, for Austin Rogers commentating, doing some double duty in the suit and the jumpsuit. Appreciate you on the reffing the last game. Brad, Leah, Andy, G, Cody Smart, Yepez, Stingray, Nam, and our two players tonight, Cesar and, of course, Monkey. Appreciate you guys. We're done. The oven's going to cool off. We'll see you in the Endurance 8 near theaters near you. Have a good night, everybody, and we'll see you Sunday. This has been a presentation of MRE Una Division 1.